Maurice Bay, the Helpful Trucker here, feeling good today. In this video, I'm going to talk about pay as a local truck driver. I'm going to talk about pay as a local truck driver and as a local owner operator in this video. So if you've been looking around for information regarding how much you could potentially make, if you're looking at becoming a local truck driver, or how much you could potentially make if you're looking at maybe buying your own truck and keeping it local, staying in state, wherever state you're in, getting home every night to your family. I'm gonna give you that information in this video. Now before we get started, small disclaimer, I'm not educated enough about trucking and about making money as a local truck driver to be able to tell you what every local truck driver can make. I can only tell you what I make as a local truck driver. I want to make sure you understand that. And also I want to lay this out for you real quick before we get into it. I drive for my dad. I drive my pop's truck, okay? So I'm going to give you, I'm going to help you understand how much you can make as a local truck driver, but I'm also going to help you understand how much your truck could potentially gross if you're looking at buying your own truck and keeping it local and coming home every night. Now, I'm the only one that drives my dad's truck, the only one that takes it to the shop. I'm the one that fills out the pay sheet every week, so I know exactly how much the gross income is for this truck, and I know the expenses that are involved with getting the truck that gross income. So I'm gonna lay all that for you out for you in this video. Right now I'm sitting here waiting in line to get unloaded. I'm waiting on the tipper. So we run wood chips. Okay, so I'm waiting in line to get on a tipper. I run a top load truck, a top load trailer. It's open top trailer. Okay, everybody don't run open top trailers. So obviously, again, I can only give you my numbers. I can't give you everybody's numbers. I want to make sure you guys understand that, because somebody gonna come on this video and comment, those ain't good over the road numbers, or those ain't good regional numbers. And I want you to understand, this ain't over the road, this ain't regional. We're talking about local. We're talking about my local situation. When you're talking about LTL, when you're talking about UPS, FedEx, Food Line, beverage, none of that stuff. I'm talking about my run, okay? I want to make sure y'all understand that. And I run wood chips, okay? So we pull up under a chute, open up the chute, drop the chips into the top of the trailer, and then we back up on a tipper, and a tipper tips the whole truck in the trailer so we can drop the chips out of the back of the trailer. So I'm sitting here right now waiting to get on the tipper. So y'all just gotta bear with me, because in a few seconds I'm gonna have to stop just so I can take a second to back my truck up on the tipper. But I wanna give y'all this information, okay? So bear with me, watch this whole video to the end. I'll give you the income and the expenses that our truck makes, that my dad's truck make, and I'm also give you my income as well as a driver for my dad. Help you guys understand, clear up some of the confusion about how much a local truck driver, a local trucker, a local owner operator can make. So, running wood chips, these wood chips pay $15 a ton that we're running, okay? Well, I pick up wood chips from Dillwyn, Virginia, at West Rock. Some of you guys probably heard of West Rock before. They're all over the place. They're all over Virginia. It's a paper mill. I pick up chips from West Rock and Dillwyn and bring them down to West Rock and West Point. It's 110 miles one way. Okay, so keep that in mind, because that's relevant. They pay $15 a ton if I'm bringing them down here. Okay, sometimes I take them someplace else, but they pay $15 a ton when I bring them to West Point. And again, the distance is 110 miles. It takes about 2 hours to get up there. An hour and 50 minutes for me to get up there. About 20 minutes for me to load, an hour and 50 minutes for me to come back. My tear weight of my truck and my trailer, I believe that's the right term, my tear weight, the truck and the trailer with no cargo on the trailer, with nothing on it, weighs 30,000. So a full load, when I bring back a full load, is 25 tons, 50,000 pounds. Again, it pays $15 a ton, so you can do the math on that yourself. That's a total of $375 that we get paid per load. Now, that the truck grosses per load. Now, I, as a driver, I get my pop pays me a third of what my truck grosses. So $15 a ton to the truck, basically $5 a ton to the driver. $375 gross to the truck for one load, $125 to the driver for one load. Now, I can typically do 2 of these a day. Every blue moon I can slip in 3, but generally speaking I can slip in 2. And every now and then the company is open on Saturday. So last week I did 12. I did 12 loads, 2 a day, and then they were open Saturday as well. And I got it back on the tipper right now, so just bear with me. Just bear with me 1 second. And I'm gonna get back to that. Get back to what I was telling you about. I'll be 2 minutes. Unloading, by the way, while I'm backing up on the tipper. Unloading is quick and easy, and loading on this is quick and easy as well. I can normally get unloaded, get in and out of this place where I am right now in about 25 minutes, normally. Today I had to wait a little bit in the line, which wasn't a huge deal. I had to wait 25, 30 minutes, something like that. But normally, I can get in and out of this place in about 20, 25 minutes. And it's about the same thing with the place that I get loaded at up in Dillwyn. About the same thing. About 20, 25 minutes to get in there and get loaded and get out of there. So load time at either one of these places, or unload time, neither one of them is bad at all. Alright, I'm almost on the tipper. We're almost there. I'm on there now. I just got to get all the way back. Bang. Alright, so got the truck on the tipper now, as you can see behind me. So real quick, let me go ahead and finish running this down. So $15 a ton. A full load is 25 tons, pays $375 gross to the truck. And I, as a driver, get paid a third of what the truck makes, so that's $125 to the driver. I can normally do 2 of these a day. Every now and then I can slip in 3, but I can normally do 2 of them. The place here in West Point is open 24 hours a day, so we can pretty much come here anytime. The place in Dillwyn gets started at 6:45 and finishes at 4:30. Every now and then they're open on Saturday, but they have hours that I have to work with. So because of that, generally speaking, I can normally only get into there 2 times a day. Every blue moon, if I don't get held up at all, if I can slip in and out to both plants smoothly twice a day, then I'll have time for the third run. But that don't happen. That don't happen that much. I normally get held up there for 20, 30, 40 minutes or whatever. Sometimes that'll happen, and that'll happen here a lot of the times too. So, but you can do the math on that yourself. $375 a load, 2 loads a day. Truck grosses about $750 a day. On a 10-day week, truck can gross $37.50 in a week. And on a 5-day week, the truck can gross $37.50 in a week. And on a 6-day week, the truck can gross $37.50 plus another $750. So what's that? $4,500, something like that. Yeah. $37.50 plus $4,500 that the truck will gross. And that's what my truck grossed last week, actually. A little bit more than that, actually, because a couple of days I was a tad bit over 25 tons. Remember, we get paid by the ton, so if you bring back more, there's repercussions to that. But if you bring back more, you get paid more, and if you bring back less, obviously you get paid less. But obviously you wouldn't want to bring back less. Now I told you some of the income part of the equation. Now as far as the expenses go, okay, and of course if you're a driver, you're not worried about the expenses. But if you're looking at buying your own truck and keeping it local, then you not only want to know how much potentially the truck can make, but you want to know how much expenses go into that as well. So fuel costs, it's 110 miles out there on a day where I'm doing 2 runs. My truck runs about 440 miles. And my fuel bill, when I go to fuel up the next morning, because I fuel up every morning, I run the same route and I go back to the same fuel stop every day. So I know exactly how much fuel my truck should be burning. And it burns about $180. Every now and then it'll be $185 or $175 if I drive a little bit differently. But it's right around $180 to run 2 of those trips. So you break that down into about $90 per trip that it costs to run that, right? So last week with running all 6 days, my fuel bill was like $10.66 or something like that for the week, and that was off of 12 runs. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, I mean it's good money, it's decent money. And again, some days I can sneak in 3. And what I really like about this chip job that the truck is on right now is we don't have access to another trailer right now, but if I had another trailer, a second trailer, then I could easily, when I go up to Dillwyn, at either time I can load up that extra trailer and just stick it on the side, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about getting back up to Dillwyn the third time for that third trip by 4:30 by the time they close. It wouldn't matter what time I got there because my trailer would already be loaded sitting on the side. So that could easily be done. It's a long day if you're gonna do 3, but the potential is there. If you wanna do 3, you can, and if you got the way and the means to, you can on this local job that we're doing right now, that the truck that my dad owns is on right now. So I hope maybe that cleared up some of the confusion for you guys that have been looking around and wondering how much you could potentially make as a local truck driver. Again, I want to make it clear that this is my setup. This is not everybody's setup. I know somebody gonna come on here and say something about these numbers ain't right because they don't match their numbers, because they make it 10 times more than I am. And again, I want you to understand this is the numbers that reflect our setup, and there's a bunch of different ways that you can be set up in trucking. So this is a helpful trucker. As you can see, my truck is coming down off of the tipper right now, so I got to get ready to get up out of here and go do the second run to Dillwyn. So give me a like below if you got value from this video. If you subscribe to the channel already, make sure you stay close. If you're not, get your ass on board. Maurice Bay, the helpful trucker here. For more helpful CDL tips, go here or consider subscribing to my YouTube channel right here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but instead you chose to be here with me, and I really appreciate that.